Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll run it. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for three and a first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Watch tight end.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.
Keep doing that.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. For one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Mike, 53.
Here we go, 46.
Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott fighting through pressure. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark
stop us, baby.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Then we're going to 53.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Yeah, that's what I do.
26.
Throwing on second
Check,
and long.
watch 54, watch 54.
That's
Pick me up.
complete
Here we
to
go.
count. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Baby.
When you see zone defense, you know you got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
I'm coming.
Hey, kill.
Kill. Exit.
Gun.
Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Here we go, 47.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go, D.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. 180.
Kill.
Prescott.
Big edge.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you got a read on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
Yellow.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
All day, baby.
Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
53's Mike. It's going to be a long...
We're going to 54. Why ain't it?
Then
we're going to 53.
Check 26. Check 26.
26.
Why?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Watch the screen.
Gun. Hey, kill.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, kill.
Here we go again.
3-0 after
We
one
got this.
on EA Sports.
Mike,
Here we go,
53. 53, Mike. Blue Dan. Check.
Here we go, go to 54, wide 80. 26.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Here we go, wide 80.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Crunch time, defense.
47.
Mike 50. Ball trot. Mike 54.
26.
From just shy of the field, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs
53,
territory
Mike 53.
at the 47.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Here we go, 46.
53's the Mike.
26.
Prescott yet again.
Hey, here I come.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go, wide 80.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Here we go, going to 54, wide 80.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Haywood. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Watch the screen. Mike, 53. 53.
Here we go, going to 54, wide 80.
Let's go.
26.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Caught
You
by
better be
Cobb.
afraid of me. You better be
And
afraid
brought
of me.
down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, check
26.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
There we go.
And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Forbath, the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Yellow.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
I'm coming. They're going to 53.
Switch. Check 9, check 9. Show an 8. Show an 8.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54.
Carry by Elliott. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's
right
2nd and 8.
56. Cut.
Hey, 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's got to aim after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. And Forbath will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This is taken at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive. A little more depth in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Yellow.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Complete to tight end Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Yellow.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after
15.
I'm coming after you. Mike, 55.
Mike, right.
55.
Mahomes to
I got you.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Now it's Mahomes again. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return here stopped at the 35-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Game time.
There we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Way to go! That's what I'm talking
Amari
about.
Cooper, 65 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. And really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go, baby.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Yellow,
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm trying to collect.
Right side.
To throw, it's Mahomes, rolling to his right. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Go,
And
get
last
out there,
time
get
the
out there.
formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now well, they get a first down and more. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Forbath to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this. They're down to the point where they get a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Yellow.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Who that? Who that?
Now Mahomes. That escapes the sack. Flies to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
Definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I want that. Give me that. Give me that ball.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Get ready.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Coming.
He's coming. Double up.
We're going to 53.
He's coming. Double up.
26.
On first down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Derek Notty makes the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Rush in.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide 80. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide 80.
Under 10. 10. Check 37.
26.
Carry now for Elliott.
Go. Hey, run.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Baby.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Watch the ship.
We're going to 54. Wide 80.
Watch the ship. Ship.
Hey, check 20.
61. Match box.
26.
After the penalty. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Come on, baby, let's go.
Get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Pull it together.
Here we go. 46.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the run.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
26.
53. Check 53.
Check the out.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Then we're going to 53.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
You remember?
Echo.
Let's go, baby.
Mike, 53.
26.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Another line.
Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Squeeze, double.
26.
Here's Elliott.
Run. Get there.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker. It's 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Yellow.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw a big chunk play right away. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
Yellow.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
50 the mic.
Wow.
50 the mic.
Let's get it together,
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they need to come up with something here on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Let's go.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
And I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with the score right here.
Still third quarter, and you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10.
Right here, right here.
Now a handoff here on running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up. On second down, Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Baby, let's go.
7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
53, Mike. He's scared.
Here's Pollard again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, baby.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Bravo.
56 the Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, defense. Let's go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play?
Yellow.
Fantasy
That's
guys?
Right, yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing
43,
or another.
43.
That's a bad play
Right.
and a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He'll get 5 out of the scramble with second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play.
Yellow.
Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a
Come
short
back.
gain when he took off running.
Right side.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Yellow.
Tyrone Crawford in there to get him.
Check
That
three,
is
check
the
three.
sixth time that they have sacked him tonight.
Crash.
Right side.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes, he's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I got him.
An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 42 yards.
That's a what?
Hey, 57. Right side.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This offense is on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. And it's complete to Kelsey. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Mike. Let's go, 180.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football.
The guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Bang, 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 bang.
Switch.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Bashad Breeland, the one that got him down.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's
I think
it.
from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
It's here we go. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with
has
always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts. You're just doing it. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
After this.
Mike 56.
Here we go. 47.
Zoom. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come on,
Here
dude.
we go. Going to 54. 180.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Kill. Check 13. Check 13.
Mike 56.
26.
Prescott
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Go
We got to step it up.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Forbath, the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final.